With elections round the corner and Omicron threat looming large, the Allahabad High Court has made an appeal to Prime Minister Modi and the Election Commission. The High Court has urged the Prime Minister and the EC to postpone elections for 1 or 2 months. Apart from them, it's urged them to ban political rallies and political meetings. This appeal comes in the backdrop of a high-level COVID review meet that was chaired by Prime Minister Modi yesterday to assess the country's preparedness for a possible third wave. The Prime Minister during that meeting said that as a country, we should be satark and savdhan. He also told states to ensure that their health systems from district level should be strengthened. India so far has reported 346 cases of Omicron, and essentially the Allahabad High Court sending out that appeal on rallies because of what happened in the second wave. When cases were rising, we saw rallies continuing unabated.
As Omicron cases surged past 300 in the country, Prime Minister Narendra Modi chaired a crucial meet on the Omicron virus. States on their part have started preparing for the worst. From Delhi,
पिछली बार जब सेकंड वेव आई थी, अप्रैल के महीने में जो वेव आई थी, उसमें 26-27 हज़ार केसेस डेली मैक्सिमम तक गए थे, सबसे ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा जब हुई थी। इस बार हमने अपनी तैयारी की है, 1 लाख केसेस पर डे अगर होते हैं तो उसके लिए भी हमने तैयारी उसके हिसाब से की है। 2 महीने के लिए मेडिसिन्स का स्टॉक तैयार किया जा रहा है, वो अगले कुछ दिन के अंदर खरीद लिया जाएगा। अगले 3 हफ्ते के अंदर 15 ट्रक्स ऑक्सीजन के हमारे पास टैंकर्स जो हैं वो डिलीवर हो जाएंगे और इसकी भी दिक्कत नहीं होनी चाहिए।
To Tamil Nadu, no state wants to relive the horrors of the second wave.
All these people who are positive are also, most of them except the children, are double vaccinated and are showing mild symptoms. So vaccination per se, general settlement, that immunity it increases. Plus definitely masking also protects you. So these 2 things people need to follow. Among all the other COVID appropriate behavior has to be 100.
Experts time and again have advised that mask and double vaccination significantly decreases the chance of catching the virus.
Indian Medical Association is appealing to the common man not to come for any crowded meetings at any cost. The government should also try all these steps to see to that any reason unnecessarily people are coming out for a common or a community-oriented meetings should be avoided.
But all these appeals have so far fallen on deaf ears. Omicron poses new risks ahead of the new year, as the virus is capable of escaping immunity granted by vaccination and natural infection. The holiday season is bound to witness large gatherings and could provide the super mutant a free run. Bureau Report, India Today.
For months, we've all been debating here in India and worldwide really over the need for booster shots. The World Health Organization has finally set the stage for booster doses worldwide. Here's what the WHO now recommends with regards to booster shots.
300 cases and counting. The Omicron is marking its presence every day. What is worse is that it makes even fully vaccinated people vulnerable. The demand for booster dose is growing louder with each passing day to tackle the long-feared third wave. After hedging for a long time, the World Health Organization has taken a stand on booster doses. It says introducing booster doses should be firmly evidence-driven and targeted to the population groups at highest risk of serious disease and those necessary to protect the health system. Several health experts, however, are recommending booster doses for all categories, with the vulnerable getting it first.
People tend to focus, particularly in the developed nations, right, on getting a 3rd booster and a 4th booster and so forth. The fact of the matter is, until everyone is vaccinated, no one is safe.
I would focus on healthcare workers. I would focus on high-risk people. I would get them a booster. I don't think at this point, with limited supply, I don't think everybody else needs a booster right away.
With India, nobody has boosters, but I do believe that many people have had 2 vaccines and 1 infection. These 3 kits sort of can give you more of a protection.
The data from the United Kingdom-based experts suggests there was no rise in hospital admission and fewer deaths after boosters were given to the eligible population. The centre has maintained that vaccinating all with 2 doses remains its priority. It will make its final decision on boosters soon.
बूस्टर डोज के संदर्भ में हमारे एक्सपर्ट टीम ही तय करेगी और जो भी मार्गदर्शन हमारे एक्सपर्ट और साइंटिफिक हमें मार्गदर्शन मिलेगा, इस साइंटिफिक मार्गदर्शन के आधार पर हम आगे चलेंगे.
Will the WHO's new directive pave way for boosters for the weaker groups in India? The government says any decision will be based on science. With Milan Sharma in New Delhi, Bureau Report, India Today.
The probe into Thursday's blast in a Ludhiana court has led to rather alarming revelations. Sources have told India Today that a Pakistan-based Khalistani group could be behind the attack that claimed 1 life. Forensic report is awaited to ascertain the nature of the explosives used. A team of the National Security Guard has rushed to the Ludhiana court blast site. Section 144 has been imposed in Ludhiana till January 13th. The blast has raised an alert across the pole-bound state. Even the Chief Justice of India, N.V. Ramana, has expressed shock over the blast that took place in the Ludhiana Sessions Court, calling it a worrisome trend. The MHA has sought a report from the Punjab government over this blast. Chief Minister Charanjit Singh Channi has assured that all angles will be probed. You had Channi yesterday in his comment blaming anti-national elements for the blast. The BJP on its part has cornered Congress over Sidhu's past comments on Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan.
अजे तफ्तीश शुरू भी नहीं हुई, लेकिन मुख्यमंत्री की घटिया राजनीति होम मिनिस्टर उत्थे पहुंच के पहले ही आपकी सियासी रंजिशा कड्डन वास्ते अपनी सियासत खेडन लग गए ने. इंक्वायरी नु इन्फ्लुएंस करन वास्ते पहले ही मुख्यमंत्री कह रहे हैं कि आ फला पार्टी करा रही है, अकाली दल करा रहे हैं, उन्होंने आ कराया वो कराया. तो मैं कहती हूं जे मुख्यमंत्री आप इस तरह इन्वेस्टिगेशन डिरेल करूगा, आप ही इंक्वायरी अफसर बन जाऊगा, आप ही जज बन जाऊगा, आप ही जजमेंट प्रोनाउंस कर दोगा, फिर ये पूरे तामझाम की लोड़ ही की है जो चन्नी साहब ये सारा कुछ खुद ही कर सकते हैं.
नवजोत सिंह सिद्धू का ये बयान कि लुधियाना में जो बम ब्लास्ट हुआ है वो एक समुदाय को डराने के लिए हुआ है और चुनाव के मद्देनजर हुआ है, ये बड़ा ही गैर जुमेराना बयान है. नवजोत सिंह सिद्धू पाकिस्तान को बचाने के लिए, इमरान खान को बचाने के लिए, जिनको उन्हीं के मुख्यमंत्री ने, उन्हीं के गृह मंत्री ने कहा कि इसमें पाकिस्तान की साजिश हो सकती है, शायद ये ऐसा इसलिए वो कर रहे हैं. जिस तरह की घटिया किस्म की बयानबाजी नवजोत सिंह सिद्धू ने की है, ये बहुत ही शर्मनाक है और ये पाकिस्तान को बचाने के लिए है.
Political name-calling has escalated after the blast. First the sacrilege, then the lynchings, and now a blast has the Charanjit Singh Channi government in the line of opposition fire. Investigators at this point are looking for clues to probe this particular strike. Political blame game has already begun. Kamaljeet Kaur Sandhu and our Punjab Bureau get you all the details.
Punjab's poll season just got bloodier with a blast at Ludhiana's district and Sessions Court complex.
एक पॉलिटिकल एजेंडे के लिए करना लोगों में डर फैलाया जा रहा है.
तो कहना चाहना है कि सरकार बिल्कुल फेल है. जिन्ने देर रहूगी उन्ने दिन पंजाब का नुकसान होगा.
The motive of the blast is still under investigation, but an all-out political war has escalated. Punjab's Chief Minister Charanjit Singh Channi pinned the blame on anti-national elements, smelling a conspiracy to create tension in the poll-bound state.
ਸਾਨੂੰ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਆਉਣ ਵਾਲੀਆਂ ਚੋਣਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਦੇਖ ਕੇ ਅਰਾਜਕਤਾ ਫੈਲਾਉਣ ਦੀ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਹੈ. ਇਸ ਦੇ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਕਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਏਜੰਸੀਆਂ ਜਾਂ ਕੋਈ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਗੈਂਗ ਹੈ ਜਾਂ ਕਿਆ ਹੈ ਉਹਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਤਹਿਕੀਕਾਤ ਚੱਲ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ. ਬੜੀ ਛੇਤੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਨਤੀਜੇ ਤੇ ਪਹੁੰਚ ਜਾਵਾਂਗੇ.
Punjab Congress Chief Navjot Singh Sidhu sang the same tune.
मुझे बहुत दुख है और ये बहुत ही दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण है कि एक पॉलिटिकल एजेंडे के लिए पास्ट में नीचे करना, लोगों में डर फैलाया जा रहा है, बेकसूर लोगों की जानें ली जा रही हैं वोट्स की पोलराइजेशन के लिए।
The Punjab government went to the extent of claiming external interference in the state.
ਆਪਣੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਸਟੇਟ ਆ ਇਹ ਬਾਰਡਰ ਸਟੇਟ ਆ, ਇਹ ਵੀ ਰੂਲ ਆਊਟ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾ ਸਕਦਾ ਕਿ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਕੋਈ ਬਾਹਰਲੀਆਂ ਫੋਰਸਿਸ ਨੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਵੀ ਇਹ ਕਾਰਾ ਹੋ ਸਕਦਾ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਉਹ ਕਦੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਕਿ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸਟੇਬਲ ਰਵੇ, ਔਰ ਇਹ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਸਟੇਬਲ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਤੇ ਪੂਰਾ ਹਿੰਦੁਸਤਾਨ ਸਟੇਬਲ ਹੈ। ਇਹ ਅਨਸਟੇਬਲ ਕਰਨ ਦੀ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ਾਂ ਕੀਤੀਆਂ ਜਾਣਗੀਆਂ।
This gave ammunition to the BJP, which pointed out to Navjot Singh Sidhu's ties with Pakistan, especially Pakistan's Prime Minister Imran Khan.
मेरी निवेदन है, जो लोग आज भी ये सोचते हैं कि इमरान खान मेरा यार है और बाजवा हमारा दोस्त है, पंजाब की सुरक्षा एजेंसियों को सतर्क रहना पड़ेगा। उस और दोस्त नहीं, शत्रु है जो टिफिन बम भेजता है, जो हथियार भेजता है, जो पंजाब के माहौल को खराब करना चाहता है, भाई भाई को लड़ाना चाहता है।
With elections just a couple of months away, the Ludhiana court blast gave the opposition, led by Captain Amrinder Singh, a stick to beat the Channi government with.
ਇਹ ਤੋਂ ਮਾੜੀ ਗੱਲ ਕੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਇੱਥੇ ਕਾਨੂੰਨ ਦੀ ਵਿਵਸਥਾ ਨਹੀਂ। ਪੁਲਿਸ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕੰਮ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਦਾ ਉਸ ਕੰਮ ਤੋਂ ਹਟਾ ਕੇ ਸਿਆਸੀ ਵੈਂਡੇਟਾ ਤਰਫ ਲੱਗੇ ਹੈ। ਤਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਡੀਜੀਪੀ ਨੂੰ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਚਾਹਣਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਡੀਜੀਪੀ ਦਾ ਕੰਮ ਆ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਜੋ ਸਿਆਸੀ ਵੈਂਡੇਟਾ ਕਰੇ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਕੰਮ ਹੈ ਲਾਅ ਐਂਡ ਆਰਡਰ ਮੇਨਟੇਨ ਕਰਨਾ। ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕੰਮ ਆ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ, ਮੈਂ ਸਟਰੋਂਗਲੀ ਕੰਡੈਮ ਕਰਦਾ ਤੇ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਚਾਹਣਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਫੇਲ ਹੈ। ਜਿੰਨੇ ਦੇਰ ਰਹੂਗੀ उन्ने दिन पंजाब का नुकसान होगा।
ये सारी एक कंस्पिरेसी के तहत, एक साजिश के तहत पंजाब के माहौल को बिगाड़ने की कोशिश करी जा रही है। चन्नी सरकार लॉ एंड ऑर्डर के मामले में, कानून व्यवस्था बनाए रखने के मामले में पूरी तरीके से फेल हो गई है।
Coming on the back of tension over alleged sacrilege incidents, the blast at the Ludhiana court fueled fears of more violence in the state. The political blame game has only added fuel to fire. With Lalit Sharma in Ludhiana, Bureau Report, India Today.
Let's get you details of allegations of a land scam in Ayodhya. The opposition is alleging that MLAs and relatives of bureaucrats have been buying land near the temple site after the Supreme Court verdict cleared the construction of the mandir. Some of these deals raise serious questions of conflict of interest, according to the opposition. The Yogi Adityanath government has ordered a probe. The opposition is saying that's not enough. We need a Supreme Court monitored investigation.
Temple town Ayodhya is once again in the middle of a raging controversy. This time there are allegations of a land scam involving MLAs, bureaucrats and government officials. Congress General Secretary Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, citing a news report, has raised allegations of irregular land deals.
दलितों की ज़मीन जो खरीदी नहीं जा सकती थी वो खरीदी गई है, हड़पी गई है।
The alleged scam involves acquisition of land near the temple site from Dalit families in the 90s by the Maharshi Ramayan Vidyapith Trust through a Dalit employee. The law does not allow purchase of small farmland owned by Dalits by non-Dalits. Relatives of UP government officials probing the trust over the land deal have allegedly purchased plots from the trust, raising questions of conflict of interest. The buyers of land from the trust also allegedly include an MLA and bureaucrats. The Congress also raised allegations of scam in land deals involving the Ayodhya Ram Mandir Trust, exposed by India Today in June.
Who are the witnesses on these sale deeds? It's the mayor of Ayodhya and a trustee who has been the Sarsang Chalak of the RSS. And it is within 5 minutes that it is sold to the trust from 2 crores to 18.5 crores. That means you've made a profit of 16.5 crores within 5 minutes.
The Yogi Adityanath government has ordered an investigation into the questionable land deals in Ayodhya. But the opposition is not satisfied. They are demanding a probe monitored by Supreme Court.
UP government has apparently announced that it's going to hold an inquiry into this matter. But who is holding the inquiry? An officer of the level of the district magistrate. The trust was formed on an order of the Supreme Court. The inquiry should be done at that level. It should be done at the level of the Supreme Court.
जब उनके ही अधिकारी, उनके ही विधायक, उनके ही लोग, उनकी ही पार्टी से जुड़े हुए लोग भ्रष्टाचार में शामिल हैं, तो निष्पक्ष जांच कैसे हो सकती है? इसलिए इस पूरे मामले की सुप्रीम कोर्ट मॉनिटर्ड SIT से जांच होनी चाहिए।
The BJP has lashed out at the Congress, rejecting the charges.
प्रियंका जी को ना अपना गिनौरा चेहरा शीशे में दिख रहा है, क्योंकि उन्होंने शुरू से ही कांग्रेस पार्टी घोटाले, भ्रष्टाचार, इसलिए उन्हें हर चीज में वो दिखता है। और दूसरा, उनको श्री राम जन्मभूमि पर मंदिर बन रहा है, ये पच नहीं रहा।
आराम से बैठ जा।
Less than 2 months left before the UP heads to polls, Ayodhya is once again a talking point in the state elections. While the BJP hopes to gain from the Mandir construction, one of its major promises, the alleged land scams, have cast a long shadow on it. With Santosh Kumar, Bureau Report, India Today.
Former Indian coach Ravi Shastri has broken his silence on the rift between Indian Test captain Virat Kohli and BCCI chief Sourav Ganguly. In an interview with the Indian Express, Shastri said now that Virat Kohli has given his side of the story on his exit as the Indian white ball captain, Sourav Ganguly needs to give his version. Shastri, whose tenure as the Indian head coach ended with India's dismal show at the T20 World Cup, added that the captaincy change could have been handled better with good communication. Shastri's remarks come days after Virat Kohli's comments caused a huge controversy. Kohli had contradicted Ganguly's claims that he, as the BCCI president, had personally requested the former limited overs captain to continue as the T20 international captain. Even though Ganguly never responded to those remarks, reports claim he was unhappy with Kohli's statement. And now Shastri, whose fallout with Ganguly in the past has been well documented, surely has added fuel to the fire. And you can catch more details on that story and much more on our website indiatoday.in. Do also download the India Today app. We're slipping into a short break here on First Up. I'll be right back with lots more news and updates.